right, my name's MR.GEEKMEOUT. I'm the host of the Every Day is Halloween podcast. You can check it out at HallowsEve365 on Instagram and Twitter. All right, but you're not here for that. You are here for the one and only James Hong.
We're going to have some small surprises for you. In fact, it's a surprise to me too. Because, you know, this first time I've been here to this city, to this stage. We're going to do a little dancing here for you. So, would you like that? Yeah! So to start with, we were going to have a lot of video here for you, but obviously we cannot do it. So anything we do here tonight will be just on audio. So in other words, we're going to just improvise everything. We've never done this before, but I thought instead of just having Q&A, we would have more than that, but apparently this convention center doesn't like, you know, big fun. You probably found out, huh? So anyway, may I have a chair so I can sit down, up here? Or a stool would be better. So we're going to show a video of my career, but I think most of you know more or less what I've done. It's been... So I think I might as well sit down and chat with you a little bit. We'll have a small Q&A after I chat with you, and then we'll play... who of you have seen that internet Lohan style? Yeah, okay. We're going to play that. You have. This lady has with her kids. Great. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, let me see. To start with, this is I think the 66 years I've been in the movie industry. So that's been how long it is. Thank you. Believe it or not, I think I'm the only actor alive that has ever worked with Groucho Marx. And that's how it all started. I was, now I'm going back, way back, you know, if you don't mind telling you a little bit about my career. I was going to University of Minnesota, you know where that is, back in the cold country. And I was studying civil engineering, believe it or not. On my third year after I served in Korea, I started being an engineer and studying. Came out here one summer with a comedy partner. We were called Hong and Parker. So we said, this summer, let's give it a try. You know, when you're young, you go try anything. So we came out, and first thing I saw on Sunset Boulevard was Jack Palance, you know, eating a hamburger at, what is it, Hamburger Hamlet. In those days, was on Sunset. And I said, I want to be like that guy, you know, right? Jack Palance. And so we tried every nightclub in those days. It was all super big nightclubs, only Sammy Davis Jr. in the big time. And we got nobody to listen to us. So we were just on the way back to Minnesota when a writer in Hollywood called me. This is one of those things, that quirks in life that happen that changes your whole life. The writer says, hey, I talked to the people on the Groucho Marx show, and I told them that, you know, I have a comedian that can appear on your show. And he said, we don't want comedians. Groucho said, you know. Obviously, he didn't want competition. So he said, hey, Groucho, but this kid does impersonations and can do one of you. And he says, oh, okay, bring him on then. So that summer on the Groucho Marx show, and he gave me a cigar. I said, Groucho Marx, that's me. You too. I found an elephant in my pajama last night. How he got there, I don't know. And so I did James Cagney. Hold the microphone, you be my stand, all right? Would you like me to see some of the old ones? Okay, this is James Cagney. All right, you dirty, dirty rat. I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy. A Yankee Doodle will die. You just keep your eyes on that grand old flag. 如果你唔知道我講乜嘢家伙，你就傻㗎啦，係咪？你知道嘛？係。So I'm glad you're right. That's so I did James Cagney in Chinese. Thank you. Thank you. Don't be shy with your applause. Don't be like the Chinese, the silent majority. So I think I did Jimmy Stewart. Well, yes, Jimmy Stewart. Every Christmas I feel like jumping off the bridge. It's Christmas, a wonderful Christmas. Yeah, the farm and the moon. And then I did, I think, Peter Lorre. Okay, can you hold the microphone? This is Peter Lorre. Yes, I don't know what is going on. What's my name? I just don't know. Yes, I'm pleased to meet you. And I didn't do it. Thank you. I didn't do this one coming up, but I thought I'd throw it in anyway. Elvis Presley. Well, since my baby left me, I found a place to dwell. It's standing in a lonely street, heartbreaker to me. Oh, it's always so crowded, it still can find some room. We're standing in a lonely street, heartbreaker to I'll be a son of a bitch. This writer said, you should stay in Hollywood, you know. Could I have some water to get Anyway, so I stayed in Hollywood that summer, moved everything out of Minnesota, Minneapolis, and for a long time in Minnesota, I was the only Chinese in the whole neighborhood. And I was beginning to sound like them, you know. Yeah, sure. My name is Jansen, James Jansen, and we eat smorgasbord every day. Yeah, sure. And so I got rid of everything in the University of Minnesota, transferred here to USC, and graduated. Who here has ever heard of USC? Yeah, right. They're the losing team now. So I just somehow got into the movie industry, and I had to leave engineering after I designed some curb and gutters for Los Angeles County. That was my job, can you believe it, after 5 years of engineering. And so that was about it. Every year I averaged 10 TV shows with all those Clark Gable. I did a feature, John Wayne and everybody, and of course, Big Trouble Little China. And somehow, the wonderful movies I would have to be thankful for. Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, classic. And of course, most of you also bought me posters signed from Blade Runner, one of the classics, you know. So, and of course, that classic Revenge of the Nerds. Let's see if I can do a little quote. Who else have seen that Revenge of the Nerds? Hold the microphone, I'll do Nerds. This is when, I think, what's his name? Who's the head nerd? I forgot his name. He came into my bedroom and I said, in order to hawk a better loogie, one must draw the phlegm from the soul, not from the lungs.
yeah.
So you can see I have a lot of talent. I'm possibly the only actor that can burp on cue. Who else can burp on cue? Come on up. Come on up. Give us an example.
That one got stuck.
You're hired for my next movie. Yeah, great. That's because he eats a lot of carrots and cabbage, right? And I'll field a couple of questions and answers, and then I'm going to, we don't have the video, but we're going to play Gangnam Style. And anyway, you know, so the people, is the kid that can do the juggling, is he here somewhere backstage? Is he here? My juggler? Oh, he's not here either, so hardly anybody's here. But we do have some other dancers back there, right? Where? Okay, they're waiting. Oh, okay, they're waiting. So be sure to tell them somebody when Gangnam Style or Lohan Style start playing, they should come up here and dance. Anybody else here who can dance? Guys or girls who would like to come up, and this is your chance to be discovered from, come on up then, come on up. Let's give him an applause. This gentleman who's going to dance for us also. Where are you? Come on up, don't be bashful. This is all impromptu. Where is he? I saw a hand go up. Yeah, have him be with the girls back there, okay? And what is your name?
Anthony.
Yes. Anthony.
Nice. We got Anthony here. He's one of your backup dancers.
Okay. Anthony, just give me a sample of what you can do. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. That's terrible, but you're good enough. No. Please, go back there and join the girls. Stand there or join the girls. Yeah. So anyway, a few question and answer, and we'll go on with the Gangnam Style.
Great.
Let's have the audience.
All right, sounds good. Does anybody have any questions for James? All right, right here. Sure.
What was it like working with?
Bring it up here.
What was it like working with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell on Big Trouble in Little China? And how did you get the role?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and it's hard to remember how I got the role. Oh, I remember now that you mention it. Carpenter was interviewing people, and there was a lot of people trying out for Lohan, and I came in and read the script, you know. I think he gave me, and all I want to do is find the girl with the green eyes, yes, so that I can be mortal again once more. I'm still looking for the girl with the green eyes. And when I have found her, I shall marry her. What is this? 3 girls with green eyes, what am I to do? So I got the role, you know. And after that, it was simple. Just do my work every day. And out comes this picture. I thought, well, you know, it's a so-so picture. But you people, I think you love it. Am I right?
Anyone else? We'll make it not hum this time.
Yeah, so how was it working with Mike Meyers and Wayne Water?
How was it like working with Mike Meyers?
Glad you asked that. Nobody's ever asked it before. Mike, I would say, is probably the nicest, if not one of the nicest actors I've ever met, you know. He was conducive to ad-libbing with me, as you can see in the show that I did. Who has seen that Wayne's World 2? Yeah, so almost everybody. He's that kind of guy, you know. And he's very private in a sense. He doesn't like a lot of ruckus. When we were at the Toronto Film Festival, after he was on the red carpet, he came and joined me in the shadows, and we just chat. You know, he's not the kind that goes out wild and do all kinds of crazy things like everybody else here does. So I'm sorry that we're going to take the mic. Come on up here. Yeah, and ask the question, because this place, this convention hall, can only afford one microphone. I cannot believe that this is the only auditorium I've ever been to that can only afford one microphone and no video. So I don't know if I'll come back to this convention again. Okay, ask the lady.
Thank you. It sounds like you're not, you don't think Big Trouble is as great a film as clearly many people do. Do you feel like the role of Lohan has overshadowed a lot of your other work that you consider to be better?
Thank you. That's a very good question. In other words, do I think Big Trouble lived in the shadows for a while when it first came out, right? And then somehow it became popular? That is a very good question, because it goes to the crux of filmmaking. When it first came out in the Century Fox was viewing the film, and they tested it. It was one of the biggest reactions from the fans during those test runs, you know. And Kurt Russell said to me, this is going to be a big, big film. Unfortunately, and I'm telling you people as a secret that I can say now, I think Carpenter, and I'm not sure, you can't quote me, Carpenter was having a little odds and ends with Sellers, the owner of Fox. And because of that little argument they had, you know, the head of the Fox studio says, shelve it, just let it be alone, you know, and put all the PR money for Big Trouble into the Aliens. That was, and so the Aliens came out and they, bankroll all the publicity into that movie, and as a result, of course, it was one of the biggest hits ever. And Big Trouble didn't get any, so we didn't get any so-called publicity. We were in the shadows, as you say, you know. However, for some reason, you people can identify with that film, and I don't know why. You know, of all the classics I've made, Chinatown, Blade Runner, Big Trouble is still the winner. One of the reasons, I think, is because Lohan is not really a villain, because all he wanted was a girl, you know. And if that's the case, if he's a villain, then every one of these guys out here is a villain. I mean, he's just looking for a girl with green eyes. What's wrong with that, right? And then you notice, it's kind of odd. In the film, he never killed anybody. He just kept, you know, doing his thing and going after the girls. And when I saw those pretty girls, you don't have to act, you know. Like when the wheelchair, I rolled my wheelchair up to Kim Cattrall, who was, I think, caught and bound half in the pit, I think. I just rolled my wheelchair and up there, and yes. A girl with green eyes. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, a spicy one. So you don't really have to act, because to me, Kim Cattrall and forgot the girl with the green eyes, her name. They were really good. Don't you think Kim Cattrall was outstanding in that movie? And yet, the critics tore her apart. They just didn't like what you do. So it goes to show you, the critics don't know what real good humor is. You know, they don't look at it from your point of view of sitting there and watching the movie and liking, because Kim added that extra touch of comic book in there, animation. And this is what this whole auditorium is about, you know? The comedy in life and what makes life enjoyable. And Kim Cattrall added that, and Kurt Russell, certainly, you know, when he shot that gun and hit the ceiling and all kinds of dumb things that happen. But it's memorable, right? Every one of you can remember something about it. And when I look down at the girl with the green eyes, she was so gorgeous, that girl with the green eyes lying there. Magic. The darkest magic. And my soul swims in it. Oh, Jing Tai, give me the blood of this woman. So there was a great scene, right? And now I think we're going to do the Gangnam style, clear the 2 chairs. Actually, it's called Lohan style. A friend of mine made a satire. Nothing is perfect. We're just going. Everybody's a volunteer here, as you can see by the gentleman who just danced. Now, some of you girls, can you dance? Come on up here. Any other volunteers? You stand here. Come on up the other. Oh wow! Whoa! Wait. She can lead. So when the music starts, you girls come on up here then, okay? And the guy, of course. Any other guys? Okay. So when the music starts, you just do your own thing, whatever. And anybody else who wants to do it, come on up and join. And then I'll come back as Lohan. Okay. So this is the song. Where's the audio guy? Are they ready back there? John, is the audio ready? John Boyton. Oh.
David Lohan style. Lohan style. Godfather of Little China, king and a warrior. Entombed inside this crippled form, appearances can fool ya. Like nothing you can understand, but let me try and school ya. David Lohan, Mr. Burton. I own a Kong exchange, importing things from taking province that are really strange. The working girls and the white tiger, they all know my name. I bring the thunder and the lightning, then I make it rain. I make it rain. I must be machine guys, real guys, flesh and blood, flesh and blood. In search of my bride, with dragon green eyes, lift his skirt, lift his curse. Get out of this universe, we only pray. David Lohan style. Lohan style. No. David Lohan style. No.
This is Jack Burton, the Pork Chop Express. First you're this basket case on wheels, now you're an 8 feet tall maniac. I don't want any trouble, big or small, Dave. I just want my truck back. When crazies like you ask me if I paid my dues, have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
Oh, I'm not insane. I kidnap Chinese girls as soon as they get off the plane. Cross-checking iris colors till I match a creamy jade. Now it's time for you to tame my burning blade. Arrangements made. Raised it and now you. That means you women. Eyes are green. Oh, my machine guy. Won't you hear my cry? Feel my mood. I'll marry both. Till the rock I make it harder when I sing. David Lohan style. Lohan style. No. David Lohan style. No. Need love in your arm, I'm a shove. Then maybe, baby, we can prove it. I am flesh and blood. 16 bag, action you shouldn't have. I drink your peasant magic potions and it makes me gag. And take a shot. No. David Lohan style.
Slow pan.
So that's it. Thank you. So I want to do that for you, with or without video. Thank you very, very much. Oops. Thank you, thank you. So that's about it for the program, actually. However, we only, I think, have about, less than a half hour or so of the whole convention. So some of you haven't bought any pictures or can afford it. So I'm going to reduce it 50% if you come to my booth. I'm going over there now, full outfit, if you take a picture or buy one. Everything is 50% or so off. Okay? So I'm on my way there now. You know where it is, right? Where all the celebs are. Okay, I'll see you there. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Liz.